Hello gardeners, I'm Rachel and today we are going to sow some amazing, fabulous annual poppies. Spring is the perfect time for sowing some of these beautiful, colourful joys directly in situ in the garden. And I've chosen this border here behind me, which has a few gaps in it, and I am going to make sure that in summer it has no gaps. It will be full of beautiful, beautiful colours. Poppies are very, very fine seed, and in order to sow them evenly, what we're going to do is to use some fine horticultural sand. And when I mix the poppies together with this, then I'll be able to sprinkle them more evenly than I would normally. Just open up the packet and pour our seed unceremoniously into the sand and mix it around well. So this looks like a great patch to put my poppies in, and the first thing I need to do is to make sure that all of the weeds have been removed. So any little weeds, we're going to take them out, and now I'm going to rake over the soil to make sure we have a fine tilth where my poppies can get a good foothold. And we will of course remove any stones that are knocking around. So the next thing we're going to do is to just make little ridges down here. Now you are probably asking, why are you making ridges? Surely you want your poppies to have a nice naturalistic look. And they will, believe me, because these poppies are not going to look like they're in straight lines by the time they grow up and bush out. But the straight lines will help us to identify what's a weed and what's a poppy when the seedlings start to come up. And the next thing, of course, is to sprinkle my sand and poppy mix very gingerly. Poppies, of course, are hardy annuals, which means you can sow them a little bit earlier than other annuals, and they can tolerate a bit more cold. However, once your poppies are in the ground and start to sprout, if you do get a late frost, you're going to have to cover those seedlings, otherwise the frost might take them out. And then the next step is to just very gently cover over the seed. Now, we're talking barely covering the seed because we don't want to block out the light. Finally, we need to make sure that we water our little seedlings in really well. And that is how we sow annual poppies in situ. Could anything be more easy? And in the summer, in June or July, I'm going to have a swathe of fabulous colour to look forward to. Happy gardening!